What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 223, and we start today's episode off with a game against West Bromwich Albion here at the Emirates Stadium. Back in the Premier League as the first club we ever managed. Come and take us on the Emirates. Of course, in the last game, in the last episode, we got dumped out of the Champions League in the semi-final second leg after we drew with PSG, and of course on aggregate lost by 4-3. And coming into this game, pretty interesting, but for the first time in a very long time, we weren't actually top of the table. It's because City played another game on us, and then we've now got 2 games in hand on them, and now they are top of the table. So obviously we've got 2 games in hand, no doubt about it, but still a bit of an interesting scenario coming into this game, knowing that for the first time we weren't actually leaders even in the Premier League. Still, the first chance fell to us. Luke Garbutt showing just wide the post, and in the 28th minute here, a great chance to make it 1-0 as Niang fake shots around his man and shoots from range, but Joe Hart is forced into a great save to deny the French forwards powerful effort. So still 0-0 going into the break, and on the 45th minute mark here, Creswell finds Pedro down the left-hand side. Pedro cuts inside and finds Jack Wilshere, the former Arsenal man. Wilshere finds Wayne Rooney. Rooney keeps hold of the ball here, finds Wilshere. Wilshere into Henderson. Henderson shoots, but Chris Ince makes a good save at his near post, and we get the ball away. So still Arsenal 0, West Bromwich Albion 0 going into the second half. But just 8 minutes after the restart here, Mesut Ozil plays a great through ball towards Rodrigo Lazari. Lazari scored in midweek and had a great chance to make it 1-0 here, but puts his shot wide at the post and behind. So really good chance for the little Italian, but it was still 0-0. A few minutes later, though, another great chance for us here as he throw the ball back towards Luke Garbutt, the left back. He picks out Ryan Sarr. Sarr plays the ball forward towards Joel Campbell. Campbell to Chambers. Chambers keeps hold of the ball himself, plays a great ball through towards Mesut Ozil. And as Joe Hart comes out to claim the ball, he misses it. Mesut Ozil heads the ball into the open goal, but the offside flag is raised. And I got to be honest, I watched this back on the replay, and I didn't think he was offside, because it wasn't the man who was offside there, that was Lazari. Ozil there looks onside, doesn't he? Looks as though Zambrano's playing him onside, but the the linesman even said offside, so fair enough. I thought it was the wrong call, but maybe it was right. Maybe I need to go to Specsavers, but it was still Arsenal 0, West Bromwich Albion 0. Still from that we win the ball back, and Mesut Ozil, who had that goal disallowed, finds him by Niang, who fake shots around his man and shoots, and again Joe Hart makes a great save before West Bromwich Albion get the ball away. So Joe Hart in fine form in this game, just would not let anything go past him other than the disallowed goal, of course, but still 0-0. Still, you want to throw in here, and Joel Campbell takes it. He's standing over the ball, and the Costa Rican finds Aaron Ramsey. The Welsh midfielder takes it around his man, plays it back towards Callum Chambers. Chambers crosses the ball in. Rodrigo Lazari goes for the header. It's not really dealt with by West Bromwich Albion as Savanier puts the pressure on Theo Walcott here. He plays it inside. Lazari picks the ball up. He finds Mesut Ozil. Ozil offloads it to Niang, and Mbai Niang makes it Arsenal 1, West Bromwich Albion 0. And I didn't even get time to not celebrate with Niang, because the Premier League logo came up and suddenly we were going straight back to kickoff. So I wanted to do the show respect celebration with Niang, but it happened too quickly, and as you can see, Chris Ince didn't even get time to celebrate himself. But even so, the goal definitely stands. It's Arsenal 1, West Brom 0. They gave the ball away. We fed it through to Niang, and Niang scores against the club he came to a couple years ago, or a few years ago now, and he makes it Arsenal 1, West Brom 0. In the 67th minute, a great chance for West Bromwich Albion to equalise, and sadly for us they would. Carrillo with the goal. On first viewing, I thought it was just a brilliant strike by the Peruvian, but to be honest, Chris Ince is a goalkeeper. I do like him. I do prefer him to Chesney, but one of his downsides is that he's only 6 foot, and unfortunately for us, as Carrillo takes this strike, it is a good strike, take nothing away from the winger, but it's not in the top corner. It's actually at a pretty decent height for a goalkeeper, and Ince seems to dive underneath the ball. He doesn't actually get off the ground, he doesn't actually jump or anything. He just seems to dive to his left with his knees basically on the floor. But even so, it's Carrillo with the goal, and it's a nice strike and everything, don't get me wrong. Maybe Chris Ince was deceived by the fact he didn't think he was going to take the shot on so early, but even so, I think a goalkeeper of Chris Ince's capabilities should have saved that, to be honest. But still, Arsenal 1, West Brom 1, and our former club are back on level terms. In the 73rd minute, a great chance for us to retake the lead. Lazari on the ball for us here on the edge of the area, plays it inside towards Ramsey, and his strike goes in off the inside of the post, and we are back in front here with just under 17 minutes to go. It is the skipper Ramsey with the goal, and it's a brilliant strike as well. It's a really nice finish by the Welsh midfielder. As you can see, I'm holding the ball up here with Lazari, waiting for a runner. I see I see Ramsey in space, and he just drills it in off the inside of that far post, and Joe Hart has absolutely no chance. So a really nice strike by Ramsey there. We do retake the lead in this game, and of course with Manchester City now top of the table, of course we do have 2 games in hand. We need to make sure we keep on winning these these games in hand, and we are now back in front in this game. So Ramsey with the goal. We have been in a little bit of an inconsistent patch, you know. I mean, obviously we lost to PSG, then we drew with Spurs, then we drew with PSG, so that's 3 games without a win, and coming into this game I need to make sure we did get back to winning ways, and Ramsey's goal there looks like it was going to win us the game, and we would claim the 3 points. And directly from kickoff, West Brom give the ball away. Mesut Ozil's on the ball, doing a couple of step overs, finds Lazari. Lazari plays a brilliant through ball into Niang, and Niang gets his 2nd goal of the game and makes it Arsenal 3, West Bromwich Albion 1, and this time I could do the show respect celebration. So Niang gets his 2nd goal against one of his former clubs, makes it Arsenal 3, West Brom 1, and now there's surely no way back for West Bromwich Albion. Really, really good ball by Lazari, who had picked up his 2nd assist in this game, was looking really, really good, and Niang could not miss as soon as he went one-on-one. So Arsenal 3, West Brom 1, that is Niang's 33rd goal in the Premier League this season. And in the 82nd minute, as West Brom push way too many bodies forward, Mesut Ozil goes down the centre, picks out Lazari down the right hand side, holds it up, plays it inside towards Ozil. Ozil offloads towards Niang, keeps himself onside, and blasts the ball into the bottom corner and gets a hat-trick against one of his former clubs. So Arsenal 4, West Bromwich Albion 1. I don't remember ever scoring a hat-trick with a player against one of his former clubs. We have here, it's Niang with his hat-trick, and it's 4-1 to Arsenal. I actually thought I messed that up there as I tried to pass the ball a little bit too quickly with Lazari, then sort of fake-shotted it to stop the ball, and as I played it inside towards Ozil, I thought Niang might have been offside, but he wasn't, and Niang does make it 4-1. So we had a goal disallowed for offside, which I think was quite debatable, but we were clear winners in this game. We played much better than West Bromwich Albion. Every time we went forward, we looked like we would score, and a hat-trick for Niang. It's his 34th goal in the Premier League this season, absolutely crazy, and we are on our way to return to winning ways with a very, very comprehensive win. One of the final chances would fall here. Aaron Cresswell's shot on the volley goes wide of Christensen's post and behind for a goal kick, and the final chance would fall in stoppage time as Carl Jenkinson finds Jack Wilshere. He flicks on towards Theo Walcott. The 3 former Arsenal men link up, but Ince makes a good save and denies Walcott his 2nd goal against us in recent weeks, and it was how the game would finish. So Arsenal 4, West Brom 1. We do beat one of our former teams, convincingly enough as well. I felt as though we definitely did deserve the win, and Niang getting a hat-trick as well was very nice to see. And also a side note, Lazari in that game was really, really hard to stop. So really, really good performance, deserved win, and we do return to winning ways, and that's what we needed, you know. Obviously we're not first anymore, or we weren't first anymore before that game. We needed to get back to winning ways. We need to show Manchester City that despite the fact they were ahead of us, we've got the games in hand and we're going to keep on winning them. So very pleased with the win. And the second game of today's episode is against Southampton here at the Emirates Stadium. So Southampton pretty much already relegated to the Championship. I think they actually are already relegated to the Championship. With 4 games to go, they've only got 18 points. So it's bottom versus top coming into this game, or top versus bottom I should say, as we're the home team. That is why I did decide to make 10 changes to the team. So I didn't really think I'd need too many first team players out there, to be honest. That's no disrespect to Southampton. With them already relegated, they've got nothing to play for. And of course, you know, top versus bottom, you usually expect the top team to win it pretty convincingly. And after the 4-1 victory against West Bromwich Albion, I thought I should rest some players as well and give some fringe players some game time. And the first chance would fall in the 9th minute as well, as he passed the ball around. Santi Cazorla finds Illarramendi. Here's the Spanish midfielders link up. They pass the ball between each other. Cazorla keeps hold of the ball and finds Danny Welbeck. Welbeck turns his man, keeps hold of the ball, plays a great ball over the top towards Ribery's regen, who goes through one-on-one, but Gaza makes a great save and turns it behind for a corner. So still 0-0, good stop by Gaza there, and we can't take the lead in this game. But from the corner, Santi Cazorla crosses the ball in towards Ribery's regen. He goes for the header. It's cleared away. Jordan Protz takes a touch and strikes it from range. And again, as you can see, very, very close to opening the score in, but this time the shot is just off target and it goes just over the bar. So still 0-0, but right from the off, really, Southampton basically put 11 bodies behind the ball, or well, 10 men behind the ball and a goalkeeper, obviously, and tried to defend. And it was pretty much evident the game was going to be like a training exercise. You know, how many times could we get ourselves forward and create scoring opportunities? And there was a great chance here at the 33rd minute. Illarramendi goes down left-hand side, cross the ball towards Danny Welbeck, and his header does find the back of the net. A really solid header by the former Manchester United man. Beats his man in the air, heads it past Gazzaniga, who has absolutely no chance, and it's Arsenal 1 at Southampton 0. So good cross from Illarramendi down the left-hand side, picks out Danny Welbeck, and once Welbeck won the header, you couldn't really see Gazza stopping it, because it was a really powerful effort. So Arsenal 1, Southampton 0 going into the second half. And just a couple minutes after the second half, Illarramendi plays a great through ball towards Odi Barjo. He goes through one-on-one, holds the ball up instead, takes it around the last man and shoots, and also finds the back of the net. So Odi Barjo, you know, doesn't play too much. Of course, we signed him from Toronto. Was it Toronto? Well, it was the American side anyway. he came from, and I'm thinking of Toronto because of course he is Jermaine Defoe's regen, and Odu Bajo does make it 2-0 there. That's his 4th goal in the Premier League, and of course he doesn't play too many Premier League games, so he's actually had a pretty decent debut season for us despite not growing, and it is 2-0 to the Gunners. So we're surely on course to get the 3 points here. No disrespect to Southampton, but due to the changes we made, we fully expected that before the game anyway. But ready from kickoff, Southampton would get themselves back in this game because after they passed the ball around really nicely here, it was just a case of AI on Legendary. I kept on trying to make the challenges, but I couldn't get the ball off them. Their passing was way too accurate. Mayuka cuts inside, finds Tadic, Tadic finds Reed, and Harrison Reed makes it Arsenal 2, Southampton 1. So the Saints get themselves back in this game directly from kickoff, and again, AI on Legendary, passes so accurate, playing against a team like Southampton who barely get the ball away anyway. It was always going to be frustrating for us to try and win the ball back off them once they got possession in this game, and they did carve out a chance and a goal from it as well. One of their only chances of the game, really. Reed with a goal, making it 2-1. He's definitely one of those players who I'll probably look to sign from Southampton next season, as they are now back down to the Championship. But it's 2-1 here, and in the 73rd minute, Danny Welbeck goes down the right-hand side, cuts past his man with a double step over and shoots, but Gaza makes a good stop and keeps it 2-1. So Gazaniga made quite a few good saves for Southampton in this game, including the final chance which fell here in the 90th minute. Cazorla plays a great through ball into Welbeck, goes through one-on-one, but again, the Argentine makes a good stop and keeps it 2-1. It was how the game would finish though. We do win back-to-back for the first time in a few games now. Very pleased with the result. We are still top of the table with just a couple of games to go, and we are in the driving seat. But that is going to end the episode, guys. So as always, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, then please do leave a like, and I will see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.